Don't be so quick to judge, my dear. Try a little love, my dear. Hope I'm making myself clear. Yeah. They say that the end is near, so maybe we should learn to love. Don't you think it's about time that we really learn to love? Maybe we could turn the tide if we let that hate go. Tomorrow ain't promised what you waiting for. We gotta go higher, we can't stay low. You an angel better wear your halo. There is a love stronger than pride, stronger than hate, patient and kind. When we align with the divine, we're gonna rise and fly so high. When we learn how to love.
Answer. Because you are that, you are capable. You are gifted, and you are soon to be opinionated. It's okay to be different, and it's so okay to just be. The world awaits to receive you.
Guys, this is Super Mayor Tiffany A. Hilliard, the People's Mayor. So, you guys doing a lot of snitching.
Don't let my snitching fool you. I love a good jam. And I'm S-I-N-G-L-E again. Outside hanging out the window with my ratchet ass friends. Let's go!
Go, Karen.
Let's go!
Karen.
Don't let my...
I could not be here breathing and be comfortable if I was really as bad as they was making it. You know, nobody could be around me. So for me to be this calm, I must have some kind of inner peace. And my inner peace is knowing that once everybody take the time to really see what type of person I am, you'd be surprised that I stuck around this long. I have to make the life that I do live as happy as I can and try to do the best with what I have. You know, live the best life I can live, be as happy as I can be. Nothing is perfect for anybody. I don't know.
Boys, I swear, I think I figured it out. You know why they don't want us redneck brothers and sisters and the hood brothers and sisters getting along? You know why? Because we'd be unstoppable. I'm telling you right now, we would shut shit down.
Yes. We will shut shit down. Blessings. Welcome to Uncensored Enlightenment Talk. I hope you guys are having a great day. I missed you guys. I missed being in the studio doing it formally. Today, we have a special broadcast. You know what we do. You know, Dolton and Thornton is one of our main topics on this channel. And we want to keep the audience abreast as well as the citizens of Dolton abreast to some of the issues that may still be going on. So this is a town hall, and I will hope you guys participate. But at the end of the day, you know what I do. I got a little presentation just to highlight some stuff, some things that needs to be addressed because there's still trash in Dolton that needs to be taken out. Now, if you guys watched my live earlier today, in the last couple of days, you guys have been getting a little bit of the back inside scoop of what's going on. And one of the things that I did mention is that, you know, sometimes there's a spiritual blindness. And some people get a pass when they don't really deserve a pass. Now, these individuals that we're going to show you today, I don't even see how they deserve a pass or what they have done, but we're going to remind you, you know what I'm saying? Let's put these two individuals on the screen, which is Stan, my man, you know what I'm saying, riding a bike, and then Mr. P.D. Fowl, allegedly, according to court filings, Peter Fowl Holmes. Okay? Yeah, we're going to get to it tonight. Please hit the like button. Thank you for being here. Before we do that, we're just going to do a brief update on some of the cases that's still pending in Dolton because she left a lot of trash. Hilliard left a lot of trash. So y'all can see that this list is pretty long. And just to give y'all a heads up, the dates closed, you'll see the cases that's closed, but then you see that there's still a lot of numerous cases that's pending. A couple of probably like 2 meetings ago, they they named a lot of cases that they wanted to settle. So what we're going to do, just like we did before, I'm going to do a direct broadcast highlighting all the pending case, because it's not as easy as what it seemed. I have to go into each one of these and get the court document and read what it's about, get charged for it, and then come back and put it comprehensively. So I remember the last time I did it, it took about 45 minutes. So I will give y'all some updates of what's going on with a few of the cases, but just know that there's still a lot to handle. So let's see. We still have Woods versus Freeman, Gardner versus Hinyard. Now, Woods versus Freeman, that's Big Woods. Okay, remember Big Woods restaurant we talked about? So we're going to give y'all an update on that as well, because is this Big Woods? Okay, let me just show you. The filing still continued. There's been some updates most recently on some of these cases, so I'm just going to show you guys that they kind of trying to hit them up fast, I guess. Trying to get it out as they move on. So this is Big Woods. Now remember Big Woods barbecue that was right across the street from Dolton Hall, where they have the meetings, and there it looked like allegedly Tiffany was trying to take his property. So as of 5/20, which is yesterday, there was a reply to the actual lawyers of Dolton Township to dismiss the case, and it's failure to state a claim. And we're going to go into that, not today, but we're going to go into later broadcast because there's so many. I just want to give y'all a heads up, and I kind of want to stay focused on Stan, my man, and PDF homes. Okay, can we get a PDF? Hashtag PDF. PDF in the audience. We already know we don't play with those maps. Minor attracted persons. Y'all ever heard of that phrase? I made it up a while ago. I'm gonna bring it back to to the forefront. Some people like young kids, allegedly. You know what I'm saying? But they still got a job. So that is the filing on Big Woods. That's something I just want to show you that is pending, and we're gonna go into. Also, I have that case pulled up and I'm not. Because once I started reading, I'm like, oh my God, you're going to have to read all of these. That is just too much for right now. Who else I have pulled up right now? DeReeves. Okay, so that's something that we're going to talk about as well. DeReeves Jeffrey. You guys, before I start talking about that, let me just show you this first. I'll put this on the screen, because that's going to kind of get into one of my objects of affliction in Dolton, some things that still need to be handled. So I'll wait to talk about the DeReeves case. Are you there? Okay. Bear with me, guys. I'm grateful for you being here. Please hit the like button. I appreciate you guys. Also, we are pushing for $4 donations to Cara for a butterfly. Okay, I know I said it kind of wrong, but basically we will ask you guys if you would like to donate to this year's butterfly release. You can donate by purchasing a butterfly for $4, and it'll be released also, and we'll make sure that you guys are honored there, and whatever message you want to send, we'll have that up. Okay, so let's put this on the screen real quick. These are some of the pictures that I had took of some of the cases that is still pending. Now, y'all see this case that's still pending, and that's something that we're going to address today as well. Fina Dukes, we're going to put that back on the screen, because this town hall, so we're going to kind of give people the chance to speak who spoke before, just to remind people that some of these things have not been addressed. And I got a surprise for you guys, because this is something I have my eyes on and I will not forget. So I need y'all help, because I couldn't get the person name, but I got the clip. So as 529 is their next continued case management for the Fina Dukes case against Tiffany Hinyard, Village of Dolton and Thornton Township, and PDF homes. Okay, now that is a problem. That is a problem. Not only that is a pending lawsuit and still, but this man is two. Y'all didn't forget. Y'all didn't forget the Aisha Gant that we read a couple of days ago. We're going to look at that too when we do our case deep dive. Most likely, I'm going to try to hit it up on Friday. Okay, guys. Shamisha Williams versus Friends of Tiffany. That's still pending. That should be coming up tomorrow for assessment call. And that is the one with the defamation case. And Tiffany going after her and trying to force her to, how can I say, participate in political activities when she didn't want to, and that end up in her losing her job in her position and filing a lawsuit. So these are some status hearings coming up. And yeah, this is going to be on the 22nd, which is tomorrow at 10 a.m. That's why I said on Friday, it'll be better for me to go over that. Some of these things will be addressed, and I'll be able to cross-reference some of the cases that they were looking to settle in a few meetings ago, just to get everybody up. So this is the Reeves. This is the Reeve case. This is the Tiffany Hinger, Village of Dolton, Board of Fire and Police. So again, this is the DeReeve case, if you don't remember. And this is directly involving an officer that was not promoted in Dolton. And they fit the criteria to be promoted, and they weren't able to. And other people who did not pass the test or meet the criteria was able to be promoted. So this one is still pending. Now, it's great because I will hope that you remember they were talking about the advisory board in Dolton. And that advisory board, the Board of Fire and Police, and definitely Kiana Belcher is part of that. And I don't know who else is part of that. But as I mentioned, that will be the board that's going to be addressing who get hired, who get fired, credentialings, making sure that those things are right. But there's some aspects in this case that they need to pay attention to make sure that it never happen again. On top of, what did I mention? They need to have a non-biased third-party advisory person in two aspects. And this is when it deals with the police. And there's going to be another case that I'll show you today that really highlights that some things need to be addressed with the Dolton police. And like I mentioned, this is not just a bang on the Dolton police, because we have a national issue with the way that police address citizens. But this is something that can turn into a major issue in the future. I will hope I don't have to 8-ball in that. But once people realize that, one, they outnumber the police and that the system is not giving them the justice that they need, we're going to have more rotten house. Not rotten house. I didn't meant to say that. Robert, what is his name? Hold on one second. Y'all know who I'm talking about. The gentleman who unalived a police officer just now. Work with me. Y'all know how I am with names, but him. Also, you have to remember that it's not only him that did something in a vigilante way, because our system is beyond broken, and then it's being destroyed. And then people are feeling like they lost total control on top of being destitute. So a similar incident that happened in regards to someone being a vigilante, that's pretty similar to someone we just talked about taking the life of an officer, was the Luigi. Y'all remember Luigi? Now, I remember that name because I remember Mario Luigi. Luigi was the one that unloved the healthcare millionaire, the one that was denied. Now, he was able to start a GoFundMe and all types of stuff. So we seeing that vigilante ship is actually taking a course. And like I said, I don't promote that, or I don't. I do, but I don't, because where I come from in Haiti, a lot of times, well, I wasn't born in Haiti, which I know what it is. A lot of the stories you would hear about the citizens getting their due justice was actually them taking it to the streets and doing what they got to do. So with that goes to say, that's kind of like the tone that it looks like it's starting to take in America. And I really think that elected officials on the state level as well in the county level need to take that in consideration. Not only is the cops under undersupplied with reinforcements, because I don't know how many officers off the back of my hand that Dolton have, but I do have an idea that Dixmoor police station is pretty small as all hell. And I hear a lot about Dixmoor and how they police station, their cars are messed up, the sirens don't work. Yep, we get these things in the background. So with that goes to say, there's something going on that we need to address and or prevent. So that's when I talk about things that's going on with the Dolton police. It's not to badger them. It's literally to stop some shit from going on, because people are getting sick and tired. Either they're going the routes of lawsuits and going to try to break these counties, and that falls on us in taxes, or people are just going to take it to the streets. But if you able to have boards and specialists in place that will be able to, how can I say, all right, this officer was involved in the excessive force case. It's 4 cases involving him. What do we do? What are the scale that we're going to use in our county to say, hey, if the officer has this, do this, do that, do this, they're automatically fired, or this, that, and the third. These are the things that needs to be done by the board. That's why I say it has to be a collective idea, because when you have so many aspects that needs to be addressed, you have to have a diverse way of thinking. You see what I'm saying? Not just the status quo of the regular people who you want to be in place. You literally have to have some specialists outside of your friends in the area to make you a little uncomfortable and address some of these things. So I know I went kind of down in a rabbit hole, but y'all know how I feel about, you know, the police station and things being addressed. This is not only a Dolton thing. Since I've been a little girl, like I said, I always talked to my uncle about this, and I always had an issue until I had to realize that cops was human. They're sometimes very afraid. They're understaffed, and they're not trained properly. Not all of them are just buckeses, you know. So I'm taking that in consideration when I bring this out to you, but it needs to be addressed, because there is a video. And I'm not gonna play it, but there's a video on, I think, the Dolton trustee page or the Dolton page. But basically, they have like a cop on top video for like 1 minute where the cops out there dancing with the public and giving away stuff, and that's cute and that's nice. But if practices are not changed and policies are not put in place to prevent lawsuits, prevent bad behavior, that is just tokenary. That's his sloganism. That video is just like the video of Tiffany Henry out there dancing and shit. You know what I'm saying? We're out there at the cookout with her friends. That's basically what it is. So I like the fact that that's being done. But as I mentioned, there are more steps that can be taken to build the bridge between police and the community. You know, I may be that person that had my heart in the air. Like, y'all can be one of the first few communities that actually build a bridge between the police and the community. Well, not the first, because I'm going to tell you, Newark have done that. We don't trust them that much, but we definitely come together to pull together to have events to stop the violence, protests. We protest in our own neighborhoods to stop the thugs, all of that. That's why you saw the mayor of Newark get locked up, and so many people was behind his back because he'd go down there and protest. If y'all didn't hear, the mayor of Newark got arrested by ICE because he wanted to go down there and look at a private facility where they basically out there in Newark locking up people, you know, and that's a hard situation. That's a whole nother topic. But imagine you broke as hell out there trying to live your life, and ICE just lock you up, and you got to prove you're an American citizen. Yeah, it's not funny, but yeah, what that goes to say, he has a relationship that I think the Newark Police Department has built some type of relationship, and I think that's what Dolton needs to do. So Jeanette Hall, let's move on. All right, Jeanette Hall, she is the one that is suing Tiffany. Y'all remember, for the non-payment of rent? All right. So basically now she is suing for property damage between $5,000 and $10,000. They have another hearing on 6/23/2025. Y'all see that? So I don't know what to say about this, because it was like, it looked like she was trying to work with Tiffany, and it made it like, yo, you tripping. Like, she's like, I just want my money, and no, you wanted to have got her ass out. So she must have finally got in there, and her stuff is damaged. So this is going to be a continuation. It did not stop. They have a trial called new case status, I guess, because she refiled new stuff at 9 a.m. So we'll go over some of that if we have access to some of those documents through PESA on Friday, okay? Because that'll be my next live broadcast this week. So yeah, that was an update. So I don't want to get too much into all of these cases. Obviously, you see is a lot, but I did want y'all guys to see that it's a lot of pending cases still, and we're going to get into a few of them. So this is the Woods, and this is the Gardner that we was telling you about. I'm going to see about Yvette Towing. I think that is it. Gardner is the Yvette Towing. And I think they're moving forward. Off the top of my head, I think they're trying to get it dismissed. The same thing too with Yvette Towing. So we're gonna look at that, because that was the one that burnt down. Y'all remember? And this is the other cases that's still pending. So we got Williams and Thrasher. Remember, Williams and Thrasher has to do with the school board. Johnson and Williams right here together. I know they had something to do with employment. Then we had Thrasher and Lawrence. I do apologize. Thrasher and Lawrence, you see the same file date pretty close. Those are the ones that had to do with the school board. That's still pending. One was working in Dolton, one was working in Dolton Township, and they both lost their job because they weren't politically aligned with Henyard. Brown versus Thornton. That is Jedediah's case as well, and that's still pending. So we'll look at that. Redmond, and I'm gonna look at this. Redmond is Jay. Ain't that Jay? Jay the bodyguard. His case still pending from the first case. Like, they totally try to disregard my man. I'm just keeping it real. His first case was filed 8/11/2023. They didn't even seem to really address this that much, and we're gonna look at that. Very disrespectful. So he has 2 cases pending. So we're going to see how they handle that. And this is another one. This is new. Sorry, y'all. I didn't see this. I'm getting caught up. Wilma Food Group, Inc., doing business as Wilma Famous Barbecue versus Henyard. This is a file 423. I don't remember this. Oh, we got a new case to read. I don't know where the hell that popped up at, guys. Okay, guys, I get excited. Like, yeah, guys, we found another one. But that's 4/23/2025. Yeah, that's last month, though. Oh, snap. All right. I'm getting distracted. All right, so we'll come back to this on Friday. Please hit the like button if you like the information that I show you. And if I'm keeping you up to date on what's going on in Dolton and Thornton, this is not to, like I said, bring them down or anything, but the more transparent we are, the better that it is for the residents, because they'll be able to address the issues correctly. You know what I'm saying? Now, this is another thing that I wanted to show you guys. Yeah, I guess they saw she did that. Now, yeah, I see that. That's what I want to say. Shut up, Grace. But I got to, because it's weird. Y'all shouldn't do this. Shouldn't do this. You see what I'm saying? You literally did what Tiffany did. They like, what the hell did they do? So this is the Dolton trustee page. And I'm going to tell y'all this. I don't never, ever in my life want to see this again. Don't do this. Now, I know this man was running against y'all, but it's people that's going to say things that y'all don't like or don't want to hear. The public should still be able to hear the shit. Now, I knew I recorded this off of the Thornton Township page the day that they had this happen. So y'all remember who this is, Danaj. He is a citizen of Dolton. Right or not? This is where I say the bias, the bullshit. This is not nice. What I'm talking about. Listen to the audio. Whatever he was talking about was literally this. Look what they did. Oh shit. Hold on. Let's put him back up there. I'm snitching. Hold on. Here we go. Listen.
Everybody, all over the world wants to be a part of my community. This administration, some folks has.
What is that? Now, I would understood if it was long, like the person before him voice. Listen to this. Muted. At least he got to be able to be heard. Let me see if Mary was muted. This is not on mute. This is literally. Now you can do this. You can edit your video to mute out sections because YouTube allow you to do that in the Creator Studio. So that's what I don't like. Like, that's not right. But I actually looked for this video, not even to notice that, but it came up like, fuck, I can't hear it. But then I was like, I hope they didn't do it to this person, because this is who I really wanted to hear, because no one never addressed this. And I was looking for the original time that this Dolton resident came up here and talked about this, but I couldn't find a video. But we're going to play this. And I want to know her name. That's why I can't find the case, and I can't really find much, because this one, she didn't state her name, but it sounded like she said something at the end. So we're going to listen to this, and y'all got to remember, this is one of the reasons why I'm saying what I say about the police. This was 12/2024. This was before the New Year's, and this hasn't been addressed. Let's watch this together. And thank you for being here with GRACELEVI Dolton Town Hall. You know, we just got to keep it real, and hopefully they address these things so it can never happen again, and y'all can build a real Dolton United. See, they're not even gonna
Actually came today not to talk to the board, but to talk to the residents. Y'all may remember me last year in August, I came here and I told you all about how Dolton police used excessive force, came into my house without a search warrant, no imminent danger, in my consent, without any of those three things, and arrested me, charging me with home invasion and other malicious charges in my own home. At that very meeting, I was told by y'all's mayor, I'm gonna make you whole. There was a meeting arranged for me between what was supposed to be the mayor and Louis Lacy. When I get to this meeting, the only person that was there was Louis Lacy. Nothing in my mind would have me have a meeting with Louis Lacy. Absolutely not. I respectfully declined the meeting. I thanked the mayor for her time. When I went to court, I got arraigned on 4 additional malicious charges. Oh, let's talk about while I was in jail. I was held for 50 hours before I was even charged. Jeffrey DeVries reported my car stolen, illegally reported my car stolen. Of course, he couldn't put my car under an investigation hold because I was not charged with anything. But he's so intelligent that he forgot to change it from stolen to under an investigation hold. I got pulled over by neighboring police, swarming me, telling me that my car was stolen. It's all on their body camera. You're intentionally torturing.
Jeffrey DeVries is a full-time police officer. He's still there. I'm looking at the list. The DJ list. You see what I'm trying? Let's listen. He's still there, y'all. Doing some shit. Or did some shit in this case.
Me. They let these people back into my house knowing I have full possession. What did they do? Vandalize my house. $50,000 worth of damage. $50,000 worth of damage that came out of my pocket. My money. Mine. Me and my kids were homeless for an additional 10 months because of these people. I filed a civil lawsuit. They ignore it. They don't even come to court.
And I could see that happening because we just talked about Redmond. We just talked about J case that was filed in 2023 on March. Where we at 2 years in, and ain't nothing really happening there. We'll verify, but this is what happens.
So screw me, huh? Forget what I'm going through at the hands of these officers. Let's name them: Monaghan, Malone, let's not. Please, let's not forget Morgan. And then we got Townsend. 4 out of the 5 officers have civil complaints against them. Ooh. 4 out of the 5. I myself never had a felony in my life.
Okay, all of them are still employed to this day. I'm looking right at it. Malone, Morgan. That's who she said. Morgan, Towns. They're on this list. They're still employed. These are the people who allegedly terrorized her. So we're not making anyone look bad. We're just putting the facts out there that it's still some shit. And if these people haven't been addressed, like if this really happened and her story is really real and the officers have not been addressed, what did I tell you it does, guys? It emboldens the officers to continue to behave like this. And as I mentioned, hopefully they don't go down the same path when they have to repent like Perez, but it fucks with them after a while. Now, but they're still there. They keep doing stuff. I don't know if they're doing stuff now, but I'm telling you, the people she's mentioning, they are still employed there. And I would love to see if she filed the lawsuit and get details about this. This was something I had mentioned before, like, ooh, I got to keep my eye on this. And this is the perfect time because this has been swept under the rug. I haven't seen her come back. I haven't heard too much about this.
Ever. So I go to court. They never show up. The case goes to prove up. The attorney will confirm. Just because your case goes to prove up does not mean that you will be granted a judgment. A federal judge ruled in my favor and gave me a default judgment. I want to believe that Jesus himself delivered that information to these attorneys, because 2 hours later I had an email about an appearance. Listen, I'm not here to fight against my community. I am the community.
All right,
y'all did this to me.
Your 3 minutes are up.
3 minutes are up, and I will see y'all in court.
Thank you.
Pro se litigant.
All right.
I don't know what she said. Pro se Lily. If y'all know her name, y'all let me know, because I would really like to kind of look into this case to see if it's pending and what's going on. Again, this reflects that less than a year ago, this was in December, she came up there. Let me put myself back on the screen. She came up there complaining about this, and that's pretty tragic for her house to be ran into without a warrant and then have damages. And allegedly, she said she had to be homeless for a while with her kids to get herself back on her feet, get a judgment against the town. They ignored the judgment, refile a claim against her on top of one of the officers. She said the Reeves allegedly filed a fake report saying that her car was stolen. Yeah, I was paying attention. That's crazy. That's just a little bit that we know about it is crazy, and it should not be not addressed. And yeah. So that's part of some of my presentation today on our Dolton Town Hall. We gave Missy, I don't know her name, a chance to retell her story, because again, this connects to the Dolton Popo. So now this is what we're going to move on to. We're going to move on to this. We're going to have to touch some hearts today again, because this right here, something right here just don't go. Can somebody tell me what the heck does not go here? And I'm going to say this man over here looking like the Grim Reaper. Yes, this guy, Mr. Andrew Holmes. So if y'all don't remember, I'm going to give Fina the floor again so she can present her case, because this was the only time that I ever saw she had a real opportunity to address Andrew Holmes while he sat there and looked like a damn zombie and a demon. Let's go. We're going to give Fina the floor today. Let's go. Because what I'm hearing is that she's not really getting justice either. And what I'm hearing is the same way that they address the Lexus situation, sweep it under the rug, is not politically correct. We don't fuck with you. That may be what's happening to her case, maybe allegedly. But I'm bringing these things up because just as a person that I'm an advocate, that's how I call myself, advocate for justice, regardless of who it is, these things need to be addressed. I can't see how they can look at Andrew Holmes, sit next to him, and these allegations are pending, or you got a lawsuit that's pending. It just really appalls me. And like I told you, like if somebody is calling somebody an artist, I'm not going to be with them to, just to save face, because that ain't do it to me. I'm gonna fall back. I'm like, even with my bro is in jail for murder. Do you think I'm sitting here like he ain't do it? He did it. He needs to face the consequences. And if I choose to support him in a private, I will do that. But you think I'm gonna be in front of the people that he injured? Like, yeah, that's my bro. Yeah, I'm still no. And I know that that's not what they're doing to Andrew Holmes, but by they embracing him for this administration, and didn't they put him on the ethical board, if I'm not mistaken? I didn't get the clip. I forgot to get the clip, but I thought that's what I heard, that they put this jigger on the ethical board. And that is like, what? Y'all gotta be playing with me. No way. This has to be sci-fi. This has to be sci-fi. No way did that happen. So maybe I'm wrong. If I'm wrong, please correct me. But that's what what I heard. That was out of pocket. So let's give the floor to Fina, give her a chance to readdress Andrew Holmes, because the jigger's still sitting there. See there.
I want to start by saying that nobody has got us
Hold on, let me make sure this the one. Is this the one? Give me 1 second, y'all. I know it's kind of low. Give me 1 second. Because I should have pulled it up. I wanted to pull it up, but let me see. I'm going to let y'all listen to this, and then I'm going to see, can I pull up so it could be a little bit louder? I do apologize that it's low, but I'm going to put myself on mute and let y'all listen, and I'll see if I can find the original clip.
Is that why you never said anything? Is that why you disappeared? Is that why?
Face him.
I'm supposed to be scared of you? Hell, motherfucking no. So tell me I'm
Yeah, they don't like that. They didn't like that.
Right in her face.
Hold up. They don't like that cursing. They like, huh. But she the one that went through possibly getting raped. I'm just for real. Like, how would you agree that she cursed? Or she not saying it the way that people want her to say it? That's with the stuff that be going on out there. I'm not egregious because she said a few curses. I'm egregious that this is me the freak is sitting there like ain't shit happened. Okay.
Stand with you for them. Stand with you.
I'm in the same
I was just thinking about that. She showed up.
I don't hear you. I think you got so much to say in front of all the cameras for everybody who's missing or dead or shot or whatever. But you do something, and now I'm a victim. So stand up for me.
Yes.
He said the same thing.
You ain't let nobody mess with us. Not the two last crew.
I've been going to death because I was over that fucking table and knocked his ass across the room. Beat his ass. Ooh, if I wish I was Fina for a minute. I would end up in jail. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually put the 2 times that Fina was able to address Holmes. I think she was up there twice. And I'm going to put that together in tribute to us remembering what the Holmes did. Also, I'm going to add that clip to the Aisha clip. Yeah, we're going to ride this like a fucking donkey. Yep, because you still give people room to talk when it's supposed to be clean, the motherfucking house. And it's not clean yet. It's really not. So, but I know you trying. But we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about some things because we don't only complain here. We go bring some solutions. So you know I've been doing some research. My next object of affliction is this Captain Crunchhead, Stan Brown. Okay. Now I know he old. I know he had you confused, possibly like he had me confused because I was like, damn, give Stan a chance. And that's how I was talking at first. Like Stan don't know no better. He really confused. Like I used to watch the meetings, but then when you do your research and you go in, you're going to see that Stan has a really, really deep connection to Yard. That's her right-hand man. That was her right-hand man from way back in the day. All right, so this is some of the things that they put in Dolton politics. This happened to be the video that I just put up because we attacked Andrew Holmes and Stan Brown. Let's go. So here we go. The question for Stan Brown is, why did you not hold financial meetings like the job called for? We're listening. Now, y'all don't remember what Stan was there doing, he was supposed to be over the ZAP program. Calling it out. I'm snitching. How fucking successful was that? How successful was the ZAP program, huh? How many kids did it actually help? How much money did it save the community by having it, as well as is it connected to the parks, the water department, not the water department. It's like what it is. What was that? The Thornton Township, I think it's the water department. You know where they go around and they fix stuff. That's under that same department. Am I tripping? I forgot what it was. But you remember somebody from Thornton Township got locked up. They had weed and guns in the car, and they was the ones that's supposed to be cutting down trees. Now, I don't know if it had something to do with the damn ZAP program, but I definitely know they had weeds and guns in the car in a Thornton Township truck. Was that connected to Stan or anything that he has is over? Because the ZAP program definitely was an object of affliction for like 3 to 4 meetings, enough to get me frustrated. I know a bunch of y'all was tired of hearing about the damn grass that wasn't getting cut, that he was not running correctly. Kids did not have summer jobs. And after a while, because of the contracts was not submitted properly, you remember that? Yeah. Wasn't he supposed to be part of that whole process of this shit going smoothly? And then they stopped payments. I'm snitching. Yup, because y'all still got this dude in front of our face. You see how I talking about Tiffany? She gone. But you still got this dude in front of our face as though we care that he owed. He done made enough money. But he done fucked up enough to maybe move forward off of this position. So Stan Brown not looking good. Explain. Stan Brown, you turned against the people. This was April 14th. They remember this. They remember. Now I know people trying to say, oh, people trying to find things to complain about and let them do their thing. That's understandable. No one's really trying to find things if it's there. If it's right there in front of your face, we got this buckethead ass sitting there right there. The fuck? Kiana, I love you, but how are you smelling next to him? Keep weird as hell. Okay? All right, so it says the frustration level is on 10. Let's be clear. The fight is not over. Welcome to the new administration. What do they say here? Here we go. Every resident that speaks at any meeting have 3 minutes. Right. Your first 60 seconds should speak displeasure of your tax dollars funding homes and S. Brown. That's what I'm talking about. I ain't even read that. Paycheck. Yup. How we gonna fix it, y'all? I'm gonna show y'all possibly how we gonna do that. Stand riding the bike in homes, essay allegations. That's a disgrace. It's a disgrace, and it can't be swept under the bridge because we telling, you know, we Karens over here. All right. Then speak your concerns of the community. Fight on Dolton. Call them out with dignity. And every meeting is not a disruption nor a distraction. It's not about the board at this point. Let's go, residents. Show them no support or acceptance. They gone. Step down. Who up next to replace them? Okay, this was a day ago, okay? And I didn't look at all of these things, but I guess a lot of us is on the same page. The Holy Spirit is working through us. Like, we done watched all this. Like, we can't forget about these two men. The fuck we cannot, okay? So go into Dolton politics. You just put in Stan Brown. You're going to see all this stuff. Look at this. What is this? Let me see y'all before we get into a little bit more. Show you how Stan Brown is. Tiffany here, you're right.
Seeing that you're here, let me just fill you in. When a man now, you know that's not fair, sneaking up on a man.
This Tiffany stuff.
Juicy burger. Pause. Seeing that you're here, let me just fill you in. When a man get the whole burger like this in his hand, this is like heaven.
Oh, snap.
Hey guys, it's Super Mayor Tiffany A. Here, the People's Mayor, and I'm here.
Hello, shout out to Rhonda Tapley. This is her video. I'm just coming across this. This was April 17th. Y'all know I'll be trying to catch up. They on it. Shout out to y'all because we on the same page. Let's watch her right hand man right here.
Here with Trustees Stan Brown. Guess what, guys? It's about to go down. This Saturday, May 27th, here at Just Ice Courts, located at 143 in Greenwood. So, to all my residents in the village of Dolton, it is free. Free. You don't need any money. Just show up with an empty stomach, and we're going to feed the entire community. Come see about it. Don't hear.
We feeding the people. Let me stop, y'all. I'm trolling just a little bit.
Hear about it. We're gonna have a 3-on-3 basketball. You know what? With the first responders. It's going to be police versus fire department. So come meet your first responders. Come meet me, your mayor, and also Trustee Stan Brown, Trustee Andrew Holmes, because it's going to be epic. It's going to be something that you should have been there. Trust what I tell you. Trustee Stan Brown?
Oh, yes. The grills are going to be going, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to have barbecue, ribs, tips, everything that you would love to eat on the good old
There's barbecue in there.
Watching the fire department, the police department, go at it, shoot them jump shots. They might make it to the final four. I don't know. But it's going to be a 3-on-3. Come out to Greenwood Falls at 143rd in Greenwood. And it's the lovely Greenwood Falls. Our Superman helped revitalize over here. This was just a dark, lighted area. Now it's life environment over here. So come on out, ladies and gentlemen. Meet the community. Good music, good food. And come on out and communicate with your trustee Andrew Holmes and myself, Stanley Brown, and Superman Tiffany Henry, because your concern is our priority.
A shout out to Ms. Rhonda Tapley. As y'all remember, like he said, your concerns is our priority. Bullshit. Because if y'all don't remember one of my broadcasts, I talked about one of the residents complaining that Stan said he was going to help him get this drug dealer from next to him selling drugs and the dog all over the place. And Stan just basically dropped the ball. And because the reason why I feel away is because once the elected official tell you they're going to do something, sometimes people don't move forward to make the paperwork or, move forward to put it on paper. And that's what they delay by doing that type of shit. Excuse my language. So here we go. Dolton, this was April 17th. Now, this is just showing the loyalty of Mr. Stan, my man Brown. We just got to remember. And I want to say thank you, Prima Donna, for putting that out there. The board heard the people at AH. Who is AH? Voted to remove himself. Oh, okay. Oh, AH. Y'all be saying that AH. Andrew Holmes voted to remove himself from both committees. And that is a good look. If you have that information in paper, show me. But if they did it, that is amazing. So thank you for the update. Y'all know how I am. I'll be like, show me the paperwork. They asses be right there in the background. His ass still sitting there like this. Where was it formally done? Did it get done on the one of the Dolton meetings? Did I miss it? Because I did skim through the video. Just let me know if I missed that, Prima Donna. I appreciate you giving me a heads up. But just to put him on the board, that's weird as hell. But thank God they listen to the people. You see what I'm saying? That's a good look. And that's why y'all got to be on it. So this one right here just highlights a little bit of Stan being a caucus rider. I'm saying it in a nice way. Let me see. The moderation. Okay, so this is Clerk Wells then open the floor to receive nomination for election of moderators to conduct the meeting. Ed Wiggins, Dolton prompted nominated Stan Brown to serve as the moderator. Brown currently leads the ZAP Zuccarelli Assistant Program Lawn Care Assistant for Dolton Township Seniors. So this was right here where you have Stan up there stepping up to do things. But at the end of the day, he's still connected to Tiffany Henyard. It's something in this article that says it. Hold on. They talk about Hunt, the road and bridges. Hold on. Let me see. I'm going to go to this next article because I want to show y'all a pattern. Stan is a sellout. He just go with the wingo. He is sellout. And that's not good. Y'all can't deal with people like that. I'm telling you, it's dangerous, y'all. I'm from the hood. We don't do these things. Once we know you snitch, you against the community, you harm children, you at niggas, you like just on some BS, like always causing problem, you done. Like we have some values. Like we can't keep playing with you. Like you literally be on a blackout list. Or for some real stuff, not just because you said something weird. All right, so right here, this is where they talk about public participation. Thornton residents shared their address for the verification and receive a copy of the agenda. Okay, after the call to pledge allegiance, protocol established limited activity participation in the meeting, and registered voters residing in Thornton Township residents had the right to make a second motion. When the vote was presented, residents raised their cards in favor or against the motion. The residents approached the podium. They were required to share their name. Hold on. Here we go. Next, the election of the moderator took place. Michael Smith of Riverdale, Hargoon nominated Stan Brown, and DeMarcus Krigley second the motion. Right here. Okay. So we already know we don't want to see Michael Smith. We have not seen him. Thank you to the Lord. That's another PDF file. That's sad. What's up with Tiffany liking these PDF files? DeMarcus, we haven't heard of DeMarcus. I'm still waiting on some Freedom of Information requests, y'all, just to give y'all a heads up. It has been a little slowdown since March, and that is after the election. Soon after the election, my Freedom of Information request has been slowed down. Like, they have one from March and April that they have not even respond at all. Like, they didn't even say anything. So I'm forwarding them to the correct legal advisory so I can really let them know that GRACELEVI, I ain't stopped. And it's weird because if you have a new administration, why are the Freedom of Information requests stopping now? I was on a good run, y'all. So some shit going down because I got like 5 that's pending right now. I had to get them all hooked up today. And I'm like, damn, you let this sit for 3 weeks. They supposed to have 5 days to respond to you. So it's kind of some shit. So it's weird. Also, so one of the Freedom of Information requests that's pending. I didn't get a response. Was the DeMarcus Krigley, his pay? What did he get paid for? They didn't respond. The other one I was having issue with is with the Kim Alliston. Basically, as I mentioned to you guys, they try to deny that they knew who she was, because when you do a background check on Kim Alliston with the ALSTON, her other names is Kimberly as well, because I did a different background check outside. So I used both of those names. The first name with Kimberly, they tried to pretend like this person did not exist. But after they sent me the update inspection list with Kim name on it, I sent them back a correspondence basically like, hey, this is the person I'm looking for. Now, I can show them proof where you do a background check and she used these names interchangeably, but then they shucking and jiving me. This was all the way since March. So now I got a reply last week basically saying that they had a delay or they waited for HR to give them information on Kim. And I haven't got a response, and that's over 7 days. So I forwarded to the right legal representative because I'm not about to go back and forth with Dolton, but something has changed, and I'm just being real. They're not answering Freedom of Information requests properly or promptly. I give them more than 5 days. I give them up to 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and maybe they think that I'm just like not on it, but my stuff is really on it. I just give y'all time so I don't seem like a monster. But once it gets this far, that means that I can get the right legal representatives on, and then I can just start moving forward. Now, that's what I'm waiting for. And also information related to St. Patrick's, waiting for that. And also I have 2 other pending requests that I asked related to Alexis and the body cam. Or matter of fact, I asked for directly any report or body cam of S. Hobson, and they did not reply. And so I want to see S. Hobson body cam because that was the officer that did not intervene in the Alexis situation. She was the only female officer that could have intervened when Alexis said she wasn't dressed properly, but she did not. We're going to talk about that when we do our live, once I get the information that I need. But those are some of the things that's pending in Dolton. I just got off topic a little bit, but I don't feel away. At this point, they can't make me feel away no more. I done felt away so many damn times with Dolton that I'm just rolling with the punches at this point. But yeah, we have about 5 or 6 of them pending, and that's all the way since March. So I'm being really nice. So anyway, as far as this ZAP program, I don't believe that it was ran right by Stan. Stan should not have a chance to continue to run youth programs because he hasn't shown success. And if he have, let me know. He also have not provided financial reports about what he spent, how is it going, and how it's benefiting the community. You see what I'm saying? So I'm just showing y'all that, this Stan is suspect. Yep, I'm telling. People's trustee is now the people's mayor. Oh, y'all want to read this? Don't forget about this, y'all. I think they talk about Stan here too, because Stan was a man. This is the people mayor is not the people's trustee is now the people's mayor. So they talk about Tiffany Hinyard, some of her tenure, what she did as a trustee. Hinyard started a block by block program when she was a trustee 2 years ago and brought the incentive back as mayor. The program puts vacant properties back on the tax roll and let people buy houses for $5,000. Again, this is something that we may want to still look into. I don't think they approved it. This ain't go nowhere. What else? It says, with the help of Dolton Police, Robert Collins, Foot Patriots, and door knocking on residents' home are taking place to combat increasing crime. So I don't know what they knocking on their door for. Ooh, I'll be scared. Don't do that. Don't go knocking on people's doors this time. I'll be like, excuse me. Especially if y'all gonna be running up in people's house without a warrant, shit. Y'all better just stay at the corner handing out juice boxes and ask people to sign up to get the email list right now. Cause y'all a little bit too aggressive. Don't come to nobody's door, y'all. So let me stop cracking jokes. All right, two businessmen came into the village. What is this? H2N Nutrition, located at 50225 Woodland Avenue. What is this? 118. They had a fulfillment center. Did this ever happen, y'all? Hey, did this ever happen? Two businesses came into Dolton. Y'all let me know. The H2S Nutrition, located at 15025 S Woodland Avenue. Nari Soul Kitchen. Did that ever come? And then the other one is a grand opening. The background in the food restaurant. Hold on, this is a new one. Dan Hinyard talks to get an Amazon fulfillment center in Village near 142nd. Is that happening? Now that may be something that'll help the community, because I know Amazon is a slave ship, but that will definitely create some jobs for some of the Dolton residents. I said it. Amazon is a slave ship. They want you to be a robot, but they do create some jobs. Okay. This is Hinyard partnership with Dolton Township supplement cutting grass with Zuccarelli assistant program, a program which runs from May to October, and the township employs high school students. Hinyard says Stan Brown, manager of the ZAP programs, use their resources to assist the village. Those kind of partnerships have been essential. So where's the money? Show us the money, Stan. Because I haven't heard you talk about money before. I heard you a while ago, before they started having that the park district. Before that you remember he did the last one when Stan was on the edge. Stan got nervous. I don't got the clip, but he was basically like, jail, the FBI investigating who? And that's when I was like, damn, do Stan not know what the hell he involved in? Like, do he think that it's just going to involve Tiffany and not him? And that's when Stan started turning around. Yep, that's when he started turning around. Like, yeah. So here we go. This is Stan and Tiffany capping for each other. I just want to highlight that. Don't have no sympathy for my man. Can I keep going? Because I got like two more articles. The celebratory welcome of Stanley Brown in the South Suburbs, ally of Tiffany. Yep. I'm just going to show y'all what it said. That's why I was like, yo, that is no ifs, ands, or buts about it. He's been Tiffany right-hand man. How could he be trusted? So the collaboratory win was had for Stan Brown in the South Side Dolton. Dolton Brown, an ally of Mayor Hinyard on the village board of trustee, hasn't attended a special board meeting in the recent months, but that changed Thursday. They're not here jumping ship. I'm not here jumping ship. So this is when Stan jumped ship, okay? Because he had stopped showing up after what I just told you. Remember, he was like, what the hell? Everybody, like, who's on the list? I was like, yo, dude, this guy don't know he possibly gonna be on the DJ list. And he fell back. He didn't know what to do. But this when he showed up again. Okay. So he said, I'm not jumping ship. I never was on the ship to jump the ship. Always been here. Brown said at the meeting, every resident in the village deserves that. Please. Please, 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 please. What is this? Hold up. What's that, y'all? Let's play this real quick before we move on. Thank you for being here tonight. Y'all know I miss going live with y'all, just showing the proof, showing the facts, and snitching.
A village board meeting in Dolton tonight without the embattled mayor.
Tiffany Henyard did not attend tonight's special meeting where trustees say they're working to dig the village out of a multi-million-dollar budget hole. WGN Investigates has been documenting questionable spending and leadership in the village for nearly a year. And Jenna Barnes is live in Dolton with the latest.
Hi, Ben and Micah. Mayor Tiffany Henyard's attorney tells me they view tonight's meeting as unsanctioned and illegal, and that's why she didn't show up tonight.
We ain't doing that. We over Tiffany. You're done. I'm sorry. I thought that video was going to show something about Stan. I don't have the energy for Tiffany. Tiffany Henyard sues Dolton Village trustee. Y'all remember this? I'm snitching. Can I just play this? My part just to let y'all know how much I'm snitching tonight. Let's just party just a little bit. I got to be a little bit aggy. Y'all know y'all love this just as much as me. This is my favorite guy. He is from the tribe of Levi. He is Haitian, and he's funny as all hell.
Let my snitching for you. I love a good jam. And I'm S-I-N-G-L-E again. Outside hanging out the window with my ratchet ass friends. Let's go!
Go, Karen.
Let's go!
Karen.
Don't let my snitching fool you.
I like being Karen. I like being Karen, but I'm not delusional like the real Karens. Now, this right here is Tiffany Henyard sues Dolton Village trustee Park District over controversial board meeting. Now, this is not just about the content of it, but it's the fact that Henyard, along with two trustees, can I get an amen? Can I get an amen? Two trustees, Stan Brown and Andrew Holmes. Andrew Holmes filed a lawsuit on Tuesday, named village clerk Miss Keys, trustee Tammy Brown, Norwood House, Kiana Belcher, you know what I'm saying, administrator Keith Freeman, and Dolton Park District defendant. This when she flipped on Keith Freeman. She was mad as hell. Tiffany don't like when people switch on her. Keith Freeman made her feel away, and also Carmen. Those two must have really promised to, like, that was her right-hand man, right-hand man. Them of them made Tiffany feel away, for real. But here, again, this is just to show you that my man was in on lawsuits with her against the people who he's dealing with. I don't know how this works. How does this work? Seriously, I can't phantom someone doing things to me directly, going against me to hurt me, and then I'm friends with them, then I'm okay. I can't see people doing direct things to hurt other people, and they weird as fuck, and then I'm okay with them. Like, just gonna give them another chance. They didn't do it to me. Nah. Telling you shit like that in the hood get you killed. It's dangerous, y'all. Yeah. Let me get your comment. I watched those kids out mowing lawn with no PPE, safety glasses, gloves, eye protection on. He doesn't care about the youth. Thank you. And that's what they need. Definitely. Well, I know all of them don't have allergies, but my son, he went out there doing that a while ago, and it really messed him up. Not to mention that you supposed to have protective gear because the equipment is sharp. It's sharp. You're supposed to train them on how to use it. And they're supposed to be protected. So thank you, Troy, for adding to the commentary that you witnessed the bullshit and how Stan don't know what the hell he doing or just don't care or both. Okay. So that's the last thing I'm gonna show y'all with Stan. I kind of ran that down the damn hole. I really did. But I wanted y'all to see that there are basically three major topics that really have to be addressed, and that is the Dolton police. I don't care if you're too sensitive. You stop being sensitive. You the popo. You're supposed to be the superhero. Get your shit together. Talking about they talking about us. They making us look bad. Well, you did it. You did the shit. Get down. Stop touching my gun. Stop resisting. You know the line that they teach all of y'all. Y'all did this shit. I hate to hear that, yo. That make me feel some way because I just know it's a lie. I can't even see how the courts don't allow that not to be said no more. How much cops lie and be like, stop resisting. Your hands be bent the hell up back here like, bitch, I'm hurting. I can't. My arm about to break. Stop resisting. Yeah, that's what the fuck y'all be doing. And I'm telling, so get it together. Now, we're going to get to this. This is where we're going to start to close up and come with a solution to the problem. You know, the solution is get rid of these. This is the actual solution when it comes to the people that we mentioned. Some of these officers, and I didn't even mention Jared Carlton today, but don't worry, I got a special broadcast for that.
Now, all you crackheads, out!
All you crackheads, out. And how we going to do that? Now, you know, I did just a little bit of research. Let's put it on the screen. Dolton trustees may face recall. Now, y'all know I brought this up a while ago when Mayor Raleigh Rogers was trying to recall some of the people we was talking about tonight years old. You know what I'm saying? Let's create fucking deja vu for them. Excuse my language. But this happened November 30th, 2015. Dolton trustee may face recall. If y'all don't remember, I've read this before, but we're going to do it again. Dolton voters may have the chance to recall 3 trustees, something that has happened only one other time in the recent years suburban Chicago politics. The trustees Stan Brown, Tiffany Hinyard, and Robert H. Hunt. Yeah, I'm going to ride that to the damn floor. Okay. Yes, Stan, you're going to possibly be facing another recall. Fuck that. You got to go. Nobody can't wait 2 years for you to get the hell out. No, you are Andrew Holmes. So the political marriage has been rocky from the start, with Rogers and the trustee repeatedly clashing throw in a sign of how dysfunctional things have been. The two sides can't even agree about their disagreement. And this sounds so familiar because that's what they said about the Dolton trustees versus Hinyard. This is like deja vu. Brown and Hinyard says they've butted heads. Let me make sure I'm not on mute. Okay, cool. Brown and Hinyard said that they butted head with Rogers over municipal government spending, personal matters, and the award of liquor license. Rogers said it was never about liquor license. He claimed the trustees had purposely opposed proposals and policies to try to hurt him politically. As an example, he says the 3 trustees blocked the sale of Dolton, a money-losing senior housing complex that at the time was owned by Dolton taxpayers. Dolton has since sold the Dolton for about $3 million. Don't that sound familiar? But at least Dolton got $3 million for that. Doesn't that sound like Harvey? I be getting deja vu. I'm telling you, it's the whole South Side. The whole South Side. It's a little bit of corruption going on. Now, y'all remember what Miss Colby said, that they sold the senior housing facility in Harvey for $2,000. Pennies. That's what I'm saying. I'm getting deja vu. That's why I said you can't just be like, all right, I love this person no matter what, because I'm just politically connected or they're so big. Nah, they weird. Fucking weird. And when it's deja vu, that means it's the same practices from different people. You got to make a different decision, like for real. But anyway, this is what they did then, and that's what they did in Harvey. But Harvey only got $2,000. That's messed up. So Rogers basically went in to try to recall these 3 trustees. And we're going to go into a little bit of the law and how that worked. So I'm going to leave this article because I already read this article to you guys prior. If y'all haven't seen it, it will be in the description. Anything that I share with y'all, I usually put it in the description. Now, Wikipedia ain't the best. I had got Wikipedia up. Let's just give you the recall election, a brief summary of what it means. I had first did pull Wikipedia. That ain't a good source. But a recall election, also called a recall referendum, recall petition, or representative recall, is a procedure by which the voters can remove an elected official from office through a referendum before the official term of office has ended. I'm not on mute, right? Okay. All right, has ended. It didn't say what time, how long they get to do it. So I'm kind of looking, and we're going to get into the law. Recalls appears in the Constitution, even where they are legally available. Recall elections are only commonly held in smaller number of counties, and talk about Peru, Japan, and things like that. So I just wanted to kind of start with what the heck is a recall is. Are we obligated to be able to do it? And it says recall election, understand how the recall election works. And this is an article brought to you by Masterclass. Let's get into it. Y'all don't want to be a little geeky. We're going to have to read some stuff. So a recall election or recall referendums allow voters in the United States to remove elected officials from the office before their term is over. Okay, so a recall election is a special election in the United States to remove an elected official on the state or local level from a position before the end of their term of office. If an official is successfully recalled, an election for the new candidate is held. Now we're going to talk about that because something that I read that's going to, y'all don't have to spend money on a new election. We're going to show you possibly. We're going to see because I still don't know Dolton's actual code, but they have it in there because it was actually put in there on hold on. The hell? There we go. Hold on. This is what I didn't show y'all. I had jumped the gun. But this is when they actually put it in and they set themselves up. Village of Dolton ordinance give residents recall power. Let me see if this ordinance in there. Found it. I found it. My snitching ass. Who is this? Fugly and Fluglia and Apple Butt and Apple Head. I don't know. I don't know if Hunt's slow. I thought he was too, but he's not. He's smart. He got a master's. He's I think he did arts and stuff. I did his whole background. I got his stuff. He's smart. Don't fall for his stuttering ass. Okay? He not dumb. He just don't talk correctly. The Village of Dolton Board Trustee recently approved the passage of Ordinance 15022, giving residents 15022, giving residents of the village the power to recall elected official during the 2016 election. I want to read this ordinance to see if it apply that y'all may possibly move forward. The Village of Dolton Mayor Riley Rogers met with several attorneys before the position proposing the ordinance and citing recall referendum in Illinois and Wisconsin as president, because we're going to show you that other counties and states have this, okay? According to the ordinance, only elected officials who took office before 2015 can have their seats recalled. Only elected officials who took their office before 2015. What? Elected officials who can be affected by the new ordinance include Mayor Riley Rogers, Village Clerk Mary Kay. Yeah, she was confused. That lady right there, that village clerk, when I watched them meetings, my baby was overwhelmed and confused. Tiffany Henyard, Robert Hunt, and Trustee Stan Brown. Now, I want to see this ordinance in detail because if it say before 2015, that's 2015, that's very specified and that's weird. So I don't know how that will be applied. If the residents think that you have been doing your job adequately, you'll survive. If they don't, the residents will speak just like any other election, said Rogers. Every elected official is responsible and accountable to the residents. All we're saying is that we're voting to put an ordinance in place to let the residents take another look. If you want to get a petition to put me out as a referendum on the ballot for the primary, do the work. He's saying if you want to put me out, you can do it too. Meanwhile, Trustee Henyard and Hunt, who both oppose the ordinance, believe Rogers is attempting to handpick village officials. According to the ordinance, Rogers will have the authority to seek replacements to the vacant seat if himself is not recalled. Rogers successfully campaigned for the election of newly elected trustee, Mr. Muhammad Robert Jr., you know him, Valerie Stubbs, during the 2014 election. This mayor is making a power grab, period. This is Hunt. This is what he said. He's pushing for a complete dominance and control of the community, and he's stopping at nothing to achieve it. But that don't sound right because he's actually, when we read what the recall can consist of, it's actually the residents have a certain amount of time to get signatures and do certain things. So there's no way it could be kind of like controlled by one person. But you see how they do with the 52 fake out. It says not only does he wants to create an environment where he gets to handpick the village board in order to advise anything he wants, but he also recently appointed himself as police chief. He did. The mayor is acting like some third world dictator who intends to run everything at the expense of people. So they said all about Riley Rogers, but Tiffany's doing the same shit. Excuse my language. This is what Tiffany Henyard believed before we get to the ordinance. Hold up. Is that the ordinance at the bottom? Hell to the no. I'm gonna look to see if I can find the ordinance. Not right now. Oh, they got some new stuff up there, y'all. They adding Dolton stuff. Let me not get sidetracked. All right. So here we go. I'll show y'all what I just picked up. I clicked up. I was seeing was that the ordinance, but I know they're supposed to have some ordinance coming up on Dolton. So here we go. This was established 2015. And this is not only established in Dolton, this is a nationwide thing. It's part of the Constitution. So again, let's just get to what is a recall. So if you guys want to know, we could kind of hit it up because they got to go. I don't get shit. He got to go. Let's put him back on the screen. You know who got to go. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of seeing this motherfucker face. I'm sorry. And I'm sick of seeing this son of a bitch. Excuse me. I know that I'm not supposed to curse, but that's who they are. That is who they are. I'm just giving some descriptions. Okay. So here we go. This is the recall election. Understanding how does it work. So this is where we had stopped off. It says certain. Okay, here we go. Okay, a recall election is a special election in the United States to remove an elected official on the state or local level from their position before the end of their term. If any official is successfully recalled, an election for the new candidate is held. Recall elections protect direct democracy, allow a consistency to hold their public office accountable, and provide a check on the influence of political parties or lobbyists on the elected official process. So like, for instance, if they had that full slate thing where they be like, boom, whoever if you vote for one, you vote for all, then this recall effort will work to get some of them people off who've been elected through the full slate that you may have not wanted to vote for. You see what I'm saying? And that's why it was good they did away with that full slate thing, because that's not all one or nothing. We don't do gang. So certain state legislators such as Rhode Island, Alaska, Washington have laws permitting a recall vote only if the state official has performed some form of malevolence or misconduct while in office. Andrew Holmes, you got 2 nasty lawsuits against you. You just need to quit. For real. Like, you should be ashamed of yourself. How the hell you come out in public? Yo, you know he the devil. He's standing right in front of y'all like his shit don't stink. Yo, it's weird. It's not good. Okay. Recall provisions such as the required number of signatures from registered voters, as well at the time allotted to gather valid signature, differ from state to state. So this is kind of like an opening. I'm going to leave this for you guys. It talks about application for a petition, submission, recall. This is on a general note. So we really can't really tell you exactly how the provision work in Dolton, or it's like the step by step, but it's definitely application process. It's definitely a petition and submission, and you count them damn votes. It got to be. So now let's get into this. Let's get into this, because this is normal. I don't want y'all to think that this is not normal. Like, y'all can get this shit done. Fuck it, put the pressure on them. Shout out. Oh, this is what I was saying too. I was just about to say shout out to Stephanie Wiedemann, and it was just gonna roll off my damn tongue. Replace one of these motherfuckers with Stephanie Wiedemann, since she didn't get a position in Thornton. Y'all know she a fighter for good. Y'all could replace Holmes. First, the main person need to get out first is this motherfucker. So my suggestion is that if y'all do a petition, that y'all have a replacement, because in some states or counties they allow you to put in a replacement name for the person that y'all trying to get recalled. We're gonna get to that document, but that's just my opinion. What y'all think about that? What y'all think about Stephanie Wiedemann trying to replace Andrew Holmes' nasty, dusty ass? Dusty bum. Thank you, Dusty. Robert Hunt has plenty of book smarts and no common sense. Yes, he like one of those people. Okay, because I used to deal with a lot of geeks. Y'all see, I'm smart. You better watch your ass, but I'm hood. So I used to be in between the smart kids and the hood kids. Like, I used to be playing spades with the cool kids, and then the smart kids were like, yo, you did that geometry? Yo, I got you. We used to be doing that. Now, Some of them kids didn't have common sense, but they had book smarts, and it used to make me have to take up for them because they'll say things that'll be like, and I'm like, yo, you know, you better get your ass whooped. That's not what you're supposed to say. So I'm with you. When sometimes they ain't got no damn common sense. And I think Hunt is one of them damn kids. Too damn book smart, ain't got no common sense. Thank you. Okay, so like most popular innovation, the practice of recall office holders was attempted to minimize the influence. Now I'm trying to see. I want y'all to see some statistics. That's California. I got a lot of links up here that I'm not even gonna burn y'all through. Like, if you don't get your geeky, like if you don't get your ass trying to show all these resources and shit, that's what we do. I'll put them at the bottom so y'all can read them all yourself. We already an hour and 13 minutes, and I'm not going past an hour and a half. Thank you guys for being here and having a long attention span. Okay, hit the like button. Now, this is just to show you that this happens all the time. Political recall efforts. So this is brought to you by Ballotpedia, and this is recall success by years. So in 2025, and that just started, there was 159 attempts to recall a elected official, and officials removed from the recall was 10 in 2025, and we're only 5 months in. Last year, again, you see this, it was 387 elected officials, mixed. It's different. We're going to read this, but 77 was removed. What is this? Officials who defeated the recall election to stay in office, 33. And it's officials included in recall that did not result in the recall. These numbers don't match. I'm going to get back into this a little bit, but that number's a little weird. Okay, is this said from 2010 to 2024, Ballotpedia covered an average of 219 recall efforts against an average of 356 officials per year. Those recalls saw a 17% success rate. I know you can do it, Thornton. In Dolton. Y'all could do it. Fuck that. Y'all could fall under the 7. Get these bunkers out of town. The highest success rate happened in 2011 when 83% of the 308 officials targeted for recall were removed from the office in recall election. So in 2011, that must have been after the housing crisis. Because y'all know the housing crisis was in 2008. By 2011, y'all, that motherfuckers was woke. So that was a lot. That's probably what happened. I always blame stuff on that housing crisis. That shit woke people up, okay? So officials' target for recall was removed from the office in a recall election, a success rate of 27%. That was 27% that year. The lowest success rate happened in 2021. Y'all know after the COVID hit, people had the COVID head, can't think, emotionally disturbed or riled up, can't see nothing but spiritual blindness. I'm just being real. We lost a lot of common sense after the COVID. I don't know what the hell happened with people. Excuse me, y'all. Y'all know I hate wig. I got a wig on. I will tell y'all I hate wigs, so y'all gonna see me itching my head. I need to get my braids done, but I'm letting my hair breathe, okay? I got my Fina braids under there. Bear with me. Anytime I wear a wig, I tell on myself, I hate wigs. I got distracted. I do. Like, you know, look, I had this cute wig on and I was at work and they was like, oh, your hair is nice, Lashley, all the color. I was like, girl, it's a wig. They like, it's your wig. I'm such a cornball, y'all. Anyway, this is some of the recall efforts and some of the success rate. As of April 2025, Ballotpedia had tracked 115 recall efforts against 159 elected officials in this year alone, and we're only in May. At this time, 10 of the officials targeted for recall has been removed. Yeah, you could do it. You could do it, Dolton. You could do it. The chart below shows how many officials were included in the recall efforts, as well as how many of them defeated recall efforts, stayed in the office, and things like that. So I'm going to put this here for you guys so y'all can just start to look into that. And if they start to reply to my Freedom of Information request, I'm going to look on Dolton website. We'll look at it quickly before we get off if it's up there, because I heard they were supposed to put ordinance up there. Remember they said that? So if it is, I see some updates, but I really didn't get a chance to do it yet. So this is Ballotpedia talking about laws governing recall in Illinois. So this is the statewide, local, And recall of local elected officials in Illinois is available in at least one jurisdiction, Buffalo Grove, where Lisa Stones was recalled for her position as a member of the city council in 2010. The Stone recall is believed to be the first local recall in history of Illinois. It came about after the city election laws were changed in 2010 in order to allow for local elections to be recalled. So y'all saw in 2015, Raleigh Rogers followed through and have a similar one. Okay. Am I tripping? See, I don't just complain and snitch, y'all. There you go. There's some resources. All right. I hope you guys appreciate it. I hope you guys can get something from it because I'm not going to only complain. One more thing I'm just going to show y'all. We're not going to read it right now because we may revisit it, but you know I'm going to bring the official. Because I be snitching. My shoulder hurt like an old lady. I can't zoom this in, but this is actually 102nd General Assembly, State of Illinois. This is a synopsis introducing creating a local government elected official recall act. Provides the local office holders that provide that the local office holder that were elected during the general consolidated election may be recalled under the act, establishing petition requirements for recall elections, limit home rules power. Okay. So as I told you, it's going to be a petition. You're going to get some signatures. Y'all may have to state the gross issues that y'all have with that party and get it submitted at a certain time. So what we're going to do is follow up because of this. This is heavy. This is heavy, just like all the damn cases that we're going to go over on Friday. So just like we did with the caucus, you remember I broke down the caucus with the law and I was like, this is what they did. This wasn't right. They disappointed me at the caucus. I was ready to see a good caucus. Come up in there, Tiffany like me, and then they would have been like, all right, let you go. And Tiffany would have, everybody would like vote for Tiffany, and everybody would have been like this. But they ain't let that shit happen. You know what I'm saying? You had Napoleon ass said, who wants to be nominated? Tiffany ass was like, I nominate myself. And he was like, who? Okay, I'm nominated. Let's go vote. Y'all know that's what the hell happened. I'm sorry. I just got to remind y'all. But anyway, this is what we're going to do. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to go through this in detail, the law, and see. And we're going to compare and contrast because what I'm going to try to do is get the ordinance from the village of Dolton. If I got to do a freedom of information request, can y'all tell these bumpkins to please fucking respond? Why do I got to be nasty? Why do I have to be nasty and start write letters to lawyers and being extra? I don't want to be extra. I gave y'all like 2 months. Shit. Not even the 5 days. I gave y'all 2 months. They playing me. Something changed, y'all. Since March. Y'all know the information was flowing. I was coming with the freedom information. I haven't got an update since March. Since I got that list of inspectors. I'm disappointed. Transparency. We're going to look at this because some things has been updated. We're not going to do it today, but if y'all can take a chance to look at your own village website and see the updates. Now, if I find the ordinance on here, that's when we're going to go over the ordinance and actually recall efforts. Okay. I think I'm one of the first content creators that's talking about recall efforts. So I'm going to make sure that I follow through. Okay. This is the second time we're talking about recall. Then look, I got a mustache. I got a bump right there. Damn, ADHD kicked in. I look like, is that a mustache? No. Shut up. I'm an old lady. All right. Now, this is what we about to do. I want to say thank you for being here with GRACELEVI. I think I held up your time enough. It's a 1 hour and 21 minutes. Please hit the like button if you think that I provided you guys with good content. I am trying to get 10,000 subscribers before the end of the summer. Now, before we get off, I do want to, again, make you guys aware that there will be a butterfly release July 27th, 2025, dog. That's on a Sunday, I think. And GRACELEVI will be up there to represent for the Levi family, and represent for all the hard work we have done to try to reshape this case, to reunite Dolton in its funny police style. You know what I'm saying? Doing that weird shit. But we're going to be there for it. And I think it's going to be a great event. So again, if y'all guys want to help out, we are asking. You can donate by purchasing a butterfly for $4. The link to Kara's GoFundMe is located there. That's where the money's going, straight to her. She most recently did an update thanking people for making donations. I want to send shout out to all the Levi family who've been donating with me for a couple of months. If you didn't get a thank you, I'm giving you a direct thank you because I see you and I know it's not easy for you guys to do it. You know what I'm saying? So thank you guys from the Levi family who have made donations since I've been making donations. And that also, every donation that I make includes a portion of what I receive from YouTube. So like I said, I never received a check over $125. If I'm saying I'm giving 10%, I'm not supposed to give more than $10 or $12.50, but I don't. I give 25. I give whatever I can, knowing that I got hella bills, hella taxes to pay, and I just make it happen, you know, just being real. So with that goes to say, I really need your help. Really would like to have a beautiful butterfly release. And if you guys are in the area and you're vendors and you have stuff to sell, they also have tables for rent that you can contact Quara about. Most likely, I'm gonna be the jack of all trades, dog. Yes, we're gonna be streaming. I'm gonna be help hosting, as well as I'm gonna have my booth up selling my waist trainers and my tights, lash lace shapewear, dog, and my health and wellness plans. I do consultations, but I'm not gonna be doing that there. Also, I'm pushing for my son to come. My son has a dope customizing business. There he go. Support your young Black men. And his new brand or section is focused on loss and ATL and bringing God to clothing. So his clothes be dope. I'm gonna take some pictures. It'd be really on some God hood. Like is making numbers out here, and it's really making people think about the Bible, what it means. So every time I teach him something about the Bible, he literally make a shirt. Like I'm like, yo, I just taught you about that. Like the 3 kings, the Hebrew boys, he made a shirt. I'm like, yo, I love it. So I'm saying that to support your youth, support your kids, make sure that you have a grip on what's going on, and don't let this society raise them. So with that going say, I'm gonna put my Hebrew brother on the screen. We're gonna go out with some good music because all I'm trying to do is be pure here and also be a Karen. But let's play this real quick.
Yeah. I want to thank the Most High for taking the things of the world off of my shoulders.
Let me put some hot sauce on that thing real quick.
Yeah. Thank you, Father. Look, you made my desires pure. Yeah. You made my desires pure. Yeah. You made my desires pure. You made my desires pure. I want wisdom, understanding. I don't want no Grammy. I want to live a righteous life with a righteous family. I want a wife that love you more than she love me. Want to show my people that they royalty.
Now, all you crackheads, out!
Guys, this is Super Mayor Tiffany A. Henyard, the people's mayor. So, you guys doing a lot of snitching.
I could not.
Don't let my snitching fool you. I love a good jam.
Y'all notice my favorite
And I'm SINGLE again, outside hanging out the window with my wretched ass friends. Let's go!
Go, Karen.
Let's go!
Karen.
Don't let my snitching fool you.
Y'all want this one right here? Don't forget my residents. This what we doing.
Hey, everybody clap your hands. They not like us. I took a pocket for. Hey, they not like us. I took a pocket to pay. Take it for. Hey, you a rapper, young whippersnapper. You ain't been through nothing. Have you ever had to leave the studio? Cause you shoulda got low. I got y'all
Drunk as yeah. Yeah, スライドする。お前の地元にスライドする。スライドする。
Imagine if my small business blew up overnight and I woke up to some sales. Boost this video so people who like my products can find me.
Algorithm. Where you at, bitch?